Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Narlo here. Say hello to everyone, Narlo. Good boy. When we last left off, we were here at Garth's farm, talking to Horn. This is one of the farms that got burned during the invasion here, the incursion of wargs and uruks and goblins into the Fallows, which is the part of Wildemore we are in right now. Down here in the southern part of Wildemore, the Fallows, we have given Chapter 6, which is Fallow Ground. We have to go around and defeat 6 warg and warg riders and collect 4 salvageable crops from Edzig's farm. So we will have to take a look at that. Where is Edzig's farm? That's the graveyard. Over here is one of the standpoints. What's his stand? Edzig's farm. So Edzig's farm is directly behind where we're standing right now. So over in that direction. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's go ahead and mount up right over that way. Mount up and ride over that way and see if we can find the farm. Get the usable edible crops from it. And you know what we'll also do? Can we take out that warg rider while we're at it? Why don't we do that too? Come on back, warg rider. Come on. Am I going a little too fast for it? Possibly. Has it even noticed I'm here yet? That's insulting. Had that before when it's like, okay, come on, come on. You can get back down here. Slow down a little bit because we're out riding it right now. There we go. Nice hit. Nice hit. Let's look on the map where it is. Swirl back around. And we got it out yet? Not yet. Come on, one more good hit on it. Especially if we can get close enough to actually... get one of these close-up times. Oop, now I'm caught on the tree like he was. And one more. There we go. Come on. Yes. All right. Ooh, not quite so easy out here on knocking out the warg riders and all when we're in one of these locations where we got all these trees and rocks and like the fence here that we had to keep jumping. Also don't want to take on 2 warg riders at the same time. Salvage crops. Okay, warg trainers. I think we can actually dismount and sneak up on these guys. Now how we'll do this? Let's see. Yeah, they're actually on foot. So I tell you what, I am going to riddle one of them. Let's see. Where have I left riddle at? Is that the one? Stealth provoke. Lord, what have I done? I thought it was the one with all the question marks. Or do we have a situation where... There's pickpocket. That's safe fall. Proved addle. There we go. Fail skill attempts. That's not it. I'll be right back. Okay, just a moment here. I have returned, and don't ask me why I didn't have riddle on my bar. That was really strange, because it's not one that relies upon any particular set of skills. It doesn't have to be one of my trait trees, so I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to go through my trait trees and go through my skills down here and make sure I've got everything set up correctly, you know? But we are going to riddle the warg trainer back there. Go ahead and take him out of the equation. And then this guy, we will divert. As soon as we go back into stealth, divert him and stab him in the butt. Come on, go ahead and take him all out. Once we get him taken out, I will go back to going after this guy now. Yep, he broke just about at the right time. Take him out, and then we'll get all these salvage crops. There we go. Nice. What does the salvage crop say? They say that I'm having a problem with my keyboard. There we go. Salvaged crops. Much of this season's crop has been damaged or destroyed, but this small amount has been saved. Nice. That's 2 of them we'll have down here now. Now if we can find another group of these guys to get the salvaged crops away from. Let's see. Ornate cache, oak branches. Imagine they'll be in the little camp areas here, perhaps over there. Yep, 2 more right over here. All we have to do is take them out as well. We can get the warg trainers. Let's get this one first. Okay, we'll riddle him. And now let's take on this one. Don't know why it broke stealth last time, but didn't break stealth this time. That's interesting. There may have been something else going on that I wasn't thinking about. And he's down. Now let's take out this dude. And they are not much of a much. So after we finish this, next thing we're going to do is go out and kill warg riders like the first one. You see, we've got to kill 5 more. We've gotten all the salvageable crops we needed. So I'm going to mount up. We're going to go out, find a warg rider like that one right over there, perhaps, who isn't weaving and bobbing maybe within too many areas. See if we can take them out. Once we get all of them done, I imagine maybe head back to Horn. You might be the one that we need to go and talk to next. I'm actually going to see if I can lead him down here more onto the road. So let's try that. Where is... There we go. Good. Let's bring him down here more onto the road. If we can keep him down here, let's slow down a little bit. Our turning radius isn't so high. And one more hit. There he goes. Okay. Yes, there's the secret. Keep them out of... That was 2, right? Yes, that counted as number 2. So keep them out of the trees and all the stuff that you and him keep getting hung up on. Bring them down to the road. We got a few more to kill. I will see y'all after we have accomplished that and see where we have to go next in the journey of the chapter here. So we'll see you again very shortly. We are on number 6. Said before, it's just a question of getting them into a nice kind of open area and managing to... We need to bring the salvage crops to the provisioner in Farlow, and Farlow is up almost directly north of us now. So we'll do that. We'll head back to town. I need to do some inventory management and collect the items here in the loot bag. So we'll get all that taken care of. And I will see y'all when we get back to town, as we see it right up there on the ridge. And see what the provisioner has to say. So we'll see y'all again very shortly here. We are just inside the gate, just arrived. Here's the provisioner who we need to talk to about the items and all. Let's take a look at... Hello, chicken. Salvage crops. Does it says the same? Yep, it says the same thing that the crops out in the field did. Let's go ahead and talk with her, and that's good because that'll allow us to do our selling of our loot and all at the same time.
Thank you for these.
Thank you for these. I am glad the orcs did not despoil these crops. We will surely have need of them, unless the terrible winter lifts tomorrow. It came on so suddenly. Perhaps it will leave equally so. If it does not, these crops will buy us a few days more. I suppose that is best for what we can hope. So talk to Gleawine now. In Forlaw. Now the question is, where was Gleawine? I remember him being like away. Was he over here in front of this building? He's in front of some building much like that, I think. Yep, I see a ring up yonder. I thought I saw a ring up there. It moved. There's a ring inside. And... ring inside. A lot of rings inside, but none of the ones outside that I'm looking for. Let's wander around, look for Gleawine again. Once we've discovered where he is, imagine that will continue us on. There's the bard if we need to work on our traits. Alright, let's try right up here. I seem to remember it being on the north side of town. That's where Corridan and Horn were. Because we came down that way to find the one of the guys we were looking for. Are they up here? Lots of rings, which I'm assuming is one of the quest of go into all these different buildings and find what's happening in them. I don't see anyone sitting around outside. One more check. No, I don't think Gleawine's over here. Gleawine's in Forlaw, wishes to speak to you. Okay. Garwick may have a way to defeat him, but we should not judge him too harshly. Yep, that's the mead hall where Garwick is. Okay, that's the problem with doing these once a week, is that you lose track of where your people you're looking for are. We're going to see if we can find Gleawine around the town here. And I'll see you again in just a moment. Well, it's looking like we might have had it right the first time if we just continued on across the bridge here. Here's Gleawine right over here at the mead hall. So we should have just walked right on across. Tell you what, there are a bunch of Rohirrim women walking around the town. As you know, this guy is upset because he says that he's the lord of widows and orphans, which I don't know why he thinks that's a terrible thing to be the lord of, but I've got to say it has reminded me, seeing all these pretty Rohirrim ladies walking around. We have someone at our hospital now, one of the people that I work with. I see her every morning. She works day shift, and she looks, I keep wanting to tell her how much I don't know if she know what I was talking about, but how much she looks like a Rohirrim shield maiden. She's about, a very small one. She's about 4'11" maybe. She's quite short, but it's got the face of a Rohirrim and this blonde hair that she keeps pulled back into this braid that comes down her back to about her waist. I said she looks like a very small she looks like she should be be in armor and riding a Shetland pony into battle, you know? Great to see. Let's talk to Gleawine.
Oh, this cold. This feels nothing like the Wildermoor of my youth.
Oh, this cold. This feels nothing like the Wildermoor of my youth, Narlo. I left as a young man and returned an old one. And the land that greets me is more different than I myself have become. Deserted farms, frozen rivers, enemies lurking behind every tree and over every stone. Don't forget about having to kill wargs every time you cross the street. What will we find when we come to my home of Dunfast? Completing this quest will unlock an optional interlude from Gleowin's map. Yes, indeed, and we'll go ahead and finish that.
I am done with worrying. I want to see what has become of my home.
Chapter 7, Unnatural Winter. I am done with worrying. I want to see for myself what has become of my home. I have not been there for many years, but when last I walked in Wildemore, the land itself was very different. What could have become of the small village in which I was born? I would not presume to divert our course without everyone's agreement, Narlo. If you consent to this journey, and so too do Horn and Corridan, then I will be grateful for a visit to Dunfast. If not, I fully understand and ask only that you forgive me the request in the first place. Very nice. So we've got his harp now, which we may hang on to. A lot of times we like hanging on to the ones of any of the name things like...
Would you ask Horn and Corridan if they mind a visit to Dunfast?
Indeed. Like the Sam's kitchen knife and Gimli's thanks and Elrond's thanks and those kind of stuff. Although he's not actually a character from within the books, we may not hang on to his harp.
Will Gleowin's reception at Dunfast be warmer than my own at Eowyrth?
I wonder if Gleowin's reception at Dunfast will be warmer than my own at Eowyrth. Will he regret the journey as I did? Horn frowns. Ah, it was a poor jest. I have much for which to be grateful, and only a lesser man takes it assumed the health and safety of his family. Gleowin's family has long since left the village of Dunfast, but I can understand his desire to see what has become of the place. I agree to the journey. Did you think I would not? All right, you don't have any supplemental. Let's talk to Corridan here.
I understand Gleowin's desire completely. I would feel the same.
I would feel the same if I heard such troubling news about Lothlorien. We would be poor companions indeed were we to refuse this request. We should travel to Dunfast, though the situation there promises to be no different than elsewhere in Wildemore. Let us hope for Gleowin's sake I am wrong. So travel to the village of Dunfast in the middle of the Witchshaws here in Wildemore. Okay? Now y'all have stuff.
I am ready. Let us make for the village of Dunfast.
Lot of travel in Rohan, as you would
Dunfast is
imagine.
in the forest of the Witchshaws. Let us go at once.
Lot of traveling, as you would imagine.
Let us see what has become of Dunfast.
Okay. Let us see where Dunfast is. Here's Forlaw. Witchshaws. So is this going to be it over here, maybe? No, that's Kedis Camp. That's the Balewoods. Being torn, so it's in the center of the Witchshaws. So maybe Dunfast. Dunfast refugees. Oh, that ain't so good, is it? So it looks like we're going to be traveling out almost directly to the west until we get over here to what seems to be Dunfast and find out what probably sad news we're going to have for Mr. Gleowine here. But in the meantime, let's light up a little bowl of pipeweed. Enjoy our stay here in Forlaw for a little bit longer. And we're going to see y'all next time. Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. I would definitely get another LOTRO up before my few days off here is over with. I got 4 more days off before I have to go back to work. So we will have another one ready for you. And hope to see you then. In the meantime, have a good one. And bye-bye.